through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry for Nick Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Austin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Forced out to his left. And he's got it. And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll give it to Chubb. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
No gain on the play.
On second and goal. Lock. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Complete to
Jerry Jeudy. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
It is good.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Still a lot of football left in that affair, but we will for sure keep an eye on it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. This is the tight end Fant. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Denver.
Block off of play action. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Packers' 17-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Lock. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Play action. Now it's Lock. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Complete to number 17.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Locke and the Broncos going to come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the turnover, here's Locke. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Broncos.
A run for Nick Chubb. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on second and 6. Locke. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Locke picked off at the 24. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes. But the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now this time Rodgers will throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
10 at the 39-yard line.
On the delay, Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up
an ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
6 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Clock now on first down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers looking deep for Jennings. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 29-yard line.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. On play action, Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Last pass. Intercepted. The Packers take
about set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Rodgers took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Locke working out of the gun. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Denver.
From the gun, it's Locke. He'll fire one down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Locke looks to throw it again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again, Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lock. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. From the gun, Lock. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Number 11.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Broncos 35, Packers 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is Just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert. Check Mike 99. Here we go.
Working from the gun. Rodgers looking deep for Jennings. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Austin. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
By number 11.
23 yards, the final tally.
3 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
From midfield, here's Locke. Austin's got it left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Following the penalty, Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. Jennings lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown, Denver.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he completes it to Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he will be brought down with a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never even showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check. 42's the mic. Check. 42's the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They run it again with Chubb. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do.
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.